And at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 8th place, which is last place in the Central Division after only 5 games played. Small sample size, but a revealing sample size. They have a record of 0-5, 0 points. They're the last team in the NHL to have 0 points on home ice. They have a record of 0-4. They've scored 10 goals on the season. They've given up 23 against. They have a goal differential of -23. Their next opponent, the Boston Bruins, will get to that game and preview momentarily. But for the Predators, once they wrap up the final game of this 4-game homestand, Friday off to Chicago, Saturday back home against Columbus Blue Jackets. First back-to-back of the season. Also has a travel in between. Monday in Tampa Bay, back home on Halloween to face off against the Edmonton Oilers, and then starting the month of November versus the Colorado Avalanche. Now, the Boston Bruins, the Preds will play them 2 times this season. This first time, of course, is the game that we're previewing. The second time will be on March 4th when Nashville makes its one and only trip into Boston this season. The Boston Bruins currently find themselves in the early portion of the season at a record of 3-2-1. They have 7 points. That's second in the Atlantic Division. On the road, they have a record of 1-1-1, currently on a road trip. Goals for 21, goals against 20, goal differential +1. Let's talk about their most recent stretch of 5. It's only leaving out the home opener, so we'll move on from that. 10th of October, a 6-4 win versus Montreal. On the 12th of October, a 2-1 overtime win versus the LA Kings. On the 14th of October, a 4-3 loss versus the Florida Panthers. And now on to the road. 10-16. That's October the 16th, a 5-3 win at the Colorado Avalanche. And most recently on October the 19th, a 2-1 overtime loss at the Utah Hockey Club. Swayman got the loss, 30 out of 32 in overtime. NHL ranks between these two teams. The Nashville Predators scoring 2 goals so far, average per game. That is 30th in the NHL, while the Boston Bruins are generating 3.50 goals per game. That is 10th best in the league. The Predators are giving up 4.6 goals per game. That's 31st overall in the NHL, while the Boston Bruins are giving up 3.33 per game. That's 17th overall in the league. In the shots for category, the Predators are a bright spot, but it's not helping get them any points in the record. 35.4 shots on goal per game is best overall in the NHL. They've been best the entire season so far in the shots for category for the Boston Bruins. 26.3 is 26th overall in the league. In the shots against category, the Predators have another top 10 metric right here, 7th best in the league, 27.4 shots given up per game. The Bruins 18th, 29.3 given up per game. In special teams, the Predators power play has actually jumped up a couple of notches after this most recent game. 18.8% conversion rate is 17th in the NHL. They converted 3 times out of 16 power play opportunities, while the Bruins have converted 16% on their power plays this season. That's 21st rated in the NHL. 4 conversions on 25 opportunities. The penalty kill, the Nashville Predators have actually slipped just a little bit, but still have a top 10 metric in the PK, killing off 86.7%. They've given up 2 power play goals against, while the Bruins killing off 82.8%. They are 13th rated in the NHL. They've given up 5 power play goals against on the season. Individual statistics for each of these teams. Philip Forsberg finds himself at a point per game pace again this season. 2 goals plus 3 assists so far for 5 total points. O'Reilly second on the team in scoring with a goal and 3 assists for 4 points. Jonathan Marchessault a goal and 3 assists also for 4 points. The captain Roman Josi has 3 points. All 3 of those are assists. Tommy Novak has 2 goals, no assists for 2 total points. Over on the Boston Bruins side of things, Koepka has 3 and 3 for 6. Pastrnak 4 goals to lead the team plus 1 assist for 5 total points. Lindholm's at 2 and 3 for 5. Kostelic at 2 goals and 3 assists for 5 points, and Beecher 2 and 3 for 5 as well. The Bruins have a decent goaltending tandem. You saw Swayman took the loss in their most recent start against Utah. He has a record of 2-1-1 on the season, 2.71 goals against, a .905 save percentage. Jonas Korpisalo, Nashville Predators are very familiar with him. A 1-1 record, 4.57 goals against average, and .850 save percentage. UC Saros to start the season. It's not unfamiliar to find him with some pretty awful numbers in the month of October, and this is certainly goes along with that trend. 0-4 so far to begin the season, 3.64 goals against average, a .875 save percentage. Those numbers are not acceptable. They're never acceptable in October. He always finds a way to rebound and get things trending in the right direction. Can that happen again this year? Can the Predators turn things around? Already with 5 losses on the season, finding themselves 10 points behind the Winnipeg Jets and the Dallas Stars in the Central Division, finding themselves 9 points behind Utah, 8 points behind Minnesota and St. Louis, 5 behind Chicago, and 4 behind the Colorado Avalanche. The Predators, the last team in the division, the last team in the NHL to pick up a point on this NHL season. That's going to do it for the preview of the Boston Bruins game. It's got you all set up for the Predators to close out their 4-game homestand. Looking for a point, trying to find it in any way. The Nashville Predators have got to change the momentum. We've got the Reverb Sports full game recap coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hockey